Hello, this is Black 17 here, and today we'll be showcasing our week. I believe it's week 9 up against Blue Potato, or well, then again, we're not, or his D League development team. Now, if you're wondering why I'm saying that, it's because originally I was supposed to battle someone else. However, since the person left the league prematurely or for whatever reason, like, and you already had a good amount of games in. Like we just the league decided like to just fill the remaining, have someone sub in for that person, and just like have whoever challenges them like do their battles. So that's why you'll see Blue Potato as our opponent for this week. And yeah, so hopefully any of you guys. Oh, and I didn't battle last week just because um our opponent forfeited, so there was like no reason, there was no battle, so because we won that one, so technically speaking, we are now in 6-0, and yeah. Well, this week we're up against Blue Potato, and we have a very interesting matchup because he has a very physically offensive team, and and I was very worried about some of the Pokemon like Tangrowth, uh, Togekiss, Jirachi, Mesprit. I think those were like the Pokemon he didn't bring, or the Pokemon that I was suspected he might bring. He didn't, so I was like, oh, well. So and these are I don't want to say it's like the best case scenario, but still I have to be on my toes about these mons. Whether like Electivire or some kind of special offensive set or like mixed. Donphan is something very weird, like physically offensive. Or Salamence, of course, Salamence is very strong with its Z-move potential. Snorlax can be Belly Drum, it could be Curse, it could be like Adamant, Assault Vest, Restock. Aggron could be like defensive, physically defensive, Curse or whatever. Darm, well, Darm is just gonna hit you like a nuke. So looking at my team, we have a physically defensive Rotom, which is pretty much a standard Rotom set, just with Hex, with Volt Switch, Pain Split Wisp with Hex, so that could abuse the Hex or the Wisp test Hex combination. That way, I'll be doing 130 base damage before stab to any Pokemon on a team that's burned. So that's like, well, that's all. That's either Aggron, Salamence, Donphan, or Activire, Snorlax, Darm is gonna. Well, those two, they don't take that much damage for obvious reasons. But the main goal here is just to have Rotom pivot around those mons and burn selected targets so that our last three can just hold the line, so or at least have a breakthrough moment. So we have Meltank, which is physically defensive with Thick Fat. This is our response for Darmanitan. It has Stealth Rocks, Ice Punch, Earthquake, and Melt Drink. It pretty much hits his entire team, like for neutral. Though at a cost, it doesn't really hit that too much. But I just felt like having Ice Punch there is really helpful against elements if it tries to set up on me. So um, then we have Greninja with Dark Force, Ice Beam, Water Shuriken. Water Shuriken's obviously for the any like Scarfers just to pick off anything. Uh, and Spikes just or because well most of his team is grounded, and well, Spikes will be amazing in this battle. And with Extra Belt, just for having Greninja like stick around a lot longer than it should. Then we have a Choice Band Arcanine with Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Body Slam. Well, just for paralysis. Well, I don't think I'll be needing that. So, and Close Combat for possibly the Snorlax. So then we have a Titanium Z Kartana, which with Sword Sense. Basically, the moveset's Leaf Blade, Smart Strike, Sacred Sword, and we have our C move, which is Sea Sacred Sword and Sword Dance, which if we set up, we pretty much win if we take out like potential Scarfers. Then we have last but not least, we have our CM Iron Defense, Stored Power, Necrozma, which yeah, that's pretty much the whole end game. That's pretty much the end game what I'm going with. So looking at leads, I decided to lead with Granger because I felt that Spikes was very important and I could pretty much threaten most of his mons. So I lead with Greninja and he has Electivire in front. So immediately I have to switch out and I go into my physically defensive Rotom to take the Wild Charge. And that takes a good chunk of my HP, but given I'm physically defensive, I'm okay with that. So um, I decided here to go for the Wisp as long as it's not at Darmanitan, but he goes into Aggron and I'm really thankful that he goes into Aggron because now I can wear that thing down with Wisp damage. Here I go to my Miltank just to get up my rocks as he goes for his own rocks. I go for rocks and he goes for Heavy Slam, and at this point he notices that I'm Rocky Helmet, takes burn damage, so I'll slow down here. Now, I kind of don't know what to do here because I don't want Miltank to like sort of be setup fodder on, let's say, Snorlax or maybe Salamence. Not yet, or Darm, whatever. So I decided to switch out and go into Rotom. And he goes for Roar, and this is very... I kind of find it a little annoying. But he goes into Greninja, and this is a very... I find myself in a very fortunate position as he takes burn damage. Because now I could just go for Spikes as he goes for another Roar, and I go back to Rotom. Rotom's coming in now lately. So now here I decide, well, I can't really Pain Split, I can't really Volt Switch here, so I might as well just go for reveal my attack and just go for Hex. And it just knocks out the fucking Aggron, and I'm like, whoa. I'm very surprised about that, and at this point, at this point, I know that he's gonna be sending in either Donphan or Electivire because he needs to get the spin off. So yeah, goes in a Donphan, and this is a very pivotal turn because I have to pretty much either. I know he's going for knockoff, so I have to decide whether do I want to sack my Rotom or do I feel that it's still valuable for me late game or whatever. So here I decide, because if I go for Hex, I could put it within range of Ice Beam or Water Shuriken on Greninja. But here I decide, I might as well just go for Wisp, because if I Wisp this thing, then I wear down the Donphan, and unfortunately I miss. And he goes for knockoff, and that kills me straight out. I checked, and he should be either adamant or he's adamant. I checked the damage calc and I noticed that that's definitely adamant or with like an item or something. And I lose Rotom, and now I'm in a very, very kind of annoying position because now I'm like, well, he's gonna definitely Rapid Spin. Like, he has to Rapid Spin, so well, don't get me wrong. Like, I know that. Don't get me wrong. The Wisp, I already accepted it as like it's no big deal. So so I go into Greninja and he goes he has Donphan on the field with 82% HP. I decided instead of I checked the calcs and I realized that Ice Beam with my spread doesn't kill. If I was Life Orb, then maybe then it does, but I wasn't Life Orb. I was Expert Belt, so I decided my only play here is just to go for it and just go for Water Shuriken, because like just to go for Water Shuriken and attempt to like kill the Donphan through this, and I get 3 hits off and he gets to spin. Well, he notices that. I noticed that he has red card, probably for my Necrozma, and he gets to spin off, and that's pretty little. That's annoying. I take rocks damage on both Arcanine and my Meltank, and I know that I don't want to stay in with my Arcanine yet because I don't want to be put in an unfavorable position. So I got to put up my rocks. I have to put up my rocks here. So he just makes a good play. Well, and just knock us off just to get a free switch. Um, that wasn't that at that point. I'm like, well, he could send in Salamence now, so or Snorlax now. So I lost my Rocky Helmet. I lost a lot of health on my Meltank, and he goes into Snorlax. So now I'm thinking, well, I have to put up rocks because 25% off of Darm and Salamence will be, and also like 12% off of Electivire will be good. So as long as he's not something, it's not. I'm just hoping that he's not cursed or something like that. So here I'm going to go for my rocks, and he goes for Belly Drum. Does 50% to himself, and he has the Figgy Berry, so he certainly has the Gluttony, and he doesn't have Thick Fat, so that's something to note. Here I decide just to go for damage, just hope that he doesn't have something else. Just hope that like he just knocks me out. I get 19% damage on him, and he just goes for Earthquake, and yeah. Now I go into my Kartana, and at this point I'm pretty much decided here. Like I know what I'm gonna do. Like I have to go for a Sea Fighting Sacred Sword because, well, one, I don't want to risk him being like fully physically defensive Snorlax, and then losing a major win con and a beast boost potential. So I just go for it because also like if I get anything else, then I put it within range with the rocks up. So now I get my beast boost, and yep, I knock out the Snorlax. It's a huge threat. Now Darmanitan comes in, and I'm like, alright. Obviously, he might be telling me he's scarfed, but I'm thinking to myself, alright, he could be bluffing me, he could be not be bluffing me. He might be telling me he is scarfed, but that's also the rocks damage like he got is very crucial for like Greninja and Arcanine's like priority options just to kill it long term. So here I decide, okay, so I decide that to attack because that will put him within range of an E-Speed or a Water Shuriken from my Greninja, Arcanine and Greninja respectively. So because the main endgame Pokemon is Necrozma, so or Arcanine if Necrozma dies and everything is weakened, so I could pick him off at E-Speed. So I wasn't here. I just decided to stay in because if he switches out, goes for U-turn. If he outspeeds me and goes for U-turn, I get a free kill, and he takes another 15%, or not 15, but 25% on his Darmanitan, and he has to take another 25% just from recoil. So here I know that I have to go for a Sacred Sword. So here he goes for Earthquake, just predicting the Arcanine switching, and well, yeah. Kartana just goes for Sacred Sword, knocks out Darmanitan, and I get a Beast Boost. And Electivire comes in, and at this point, this is very, like, like, at this point, I just go ham, or Kartana goes ham. And it knocks out Electivire, and he sends in Salamence. He doesn't even have the Intimidate, so I go for Smart Strike with +3. I'm definitely going to knock it out, so that was pretty much an abrupt ending to the game. So after that Will-O-Wisp like fiasco there. So yeah, honestly, what would have happened? I talked about it with Blue Potato, and pretty much I know for certain that if Kartana dies, if Kartana wasn't able to like do the work, then like Arcanine and Greninja would just like do the same thing. It just depends on how if they can like if they're able to survive that for that long. So I know after Snorlax going down, like Snorlax is going to go down no matter what because with Sacred Sword and Darman, it's like it depends on what he sends in. Like if he sends in like Salamence, then I could knock it out with Smart Strike and Electivire. Oh, Leaf Blade, both at +1. the fact that they will with rocks up will definitely knock it out. It's just darn that like so either I knock it out, Darmanitan out, and I predicted Darmanitan to like attack just with U-turn or whatever. That's not a fire move pretty much because I could take any move from this team. So with Kartana as long as it's not fire move or special. So yeah. So if Kartana goes down, then pretty much the way I see it, then I probably would have brought in Greninja or yeah, I definitely would have brought in Greninja. And then maybe like I really don't know. Because obviously it really comes down to how the hell this battle plays out. So if I send an Arcanine, he definitely goes in Salamence or Electivire or whatever. So, but I just felt like staying in with Kartana was the best play because like I just get another kill. If he doesn't kill me, I get another kill. So yeah. So good game to Blue Potato, and yeah, we technically have like 2 more games or we technically have like 1 more game left for the season, even though we have like a bye week, which is the last week. So that'd be and for playoffs, I think we're pretty much in now. So hopefully we can do well in playoffs and we do well in the last game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.